Joining me now is Pieter Cleppe. He is the head of the Brussels office of the policy think tank Open Europe. Thanks so much for speaking to us. For years now, there have been efforts to force European countries to host more migrants, to accept quotas even. Yet here we're seeing hundreds of people stranded at sea and wealthy countries refusing to take them. Why?
I think it's the consequence of the fact that an important European decision has still not been implemented. Now, in the summer of 2018, the leaders of the EU decided that there had to be disembarkation platforms outside of the EU agreed with neighboring countries. Now, so far, the European Commission has failed to negotiate this with countries like Tunisia. So the idea would be to sort of create a safe place where people in need, people that would be rescued, could be brought, and where they would be able to keep their right to apply for asylum. What happened previously is that people were brought to the European mainland, where they then were asked to apply for asylum, but where they were basically not told that they would have to wait. So, of course, as a result, many people would simply continue their journey, would disappear into illegality. And this was also a major pull factor and has been helping human smugglers.
Okay. I mean, has any approach taken actually proven effective at all? Is there any angle here that's working and could be scaled up, or has everything just kind of failed across the board?
So far, the Italian government has basically managed to reduce people making it to Europe illegally by what you could call simply not applying the rules. Because in theory, people do have the right to come ashore and apply for asylum. Now, at the moment, the Geneva Convention says that wherever you're from in the world, you have the right to apply for asylum in Europe. Before the 60s, this was not the case. Then you could only apply for asylum in your own region, and some people are arguing to change rules back to what they were. Now, no matter what, I do think that you're going to have to need to create safe havens for people, because we have many refugees, 50 million at least. Right. And many people are, of course, right to seek a safe place. But then at the moment, there is nowhere for them to go, basically.
I know, and you'll remember, too, that many had argued for the approach of actually helping home countries of these migrants improve conditions so that people would be incentivized to stay in their home countries. Has that been dropped from the agenda?
Well, of course, that's a good idea. I mean, the richer, the wealthier, the better countries become, the better. So that's what we all wish for, of course. But in reality, the richer countries become, the more able people become to also move. So that is a good idea, but it will not solve the migration pressures that we are seeing today.
Quickly, Pieter, what's going to happen to these hundreds sitting at sea now?
Oh, I don't know. It's possible that once again they will agree with a number of European countries to welcome them. Perhaps after all, they will be brought to Tunisia, where they will then not be able to apply for asylum. And that's what the Italian government is requesting. But of course, these are all unsatisfactory solutions. On the long term, we need some safe places for people to be brought where they can apply for asylum.
Okay, Pieter Cleppe, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.